Welcome back, children, for the online classes. So in the previous one I told you about the addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of the differentiation. Now see what is derivative. As this topic I have to tell before the differentiation, but now let's see what is the derivative. Derivative is a rate measures. It is a rate of change of dependent variable with respect to independent variable. So what it means? It means there is some changes in the given function. Okay, if the rate of change, any changes will be there of dependent variable with respect to independent variable, that is called our derivative. And what is the independent and dependent variable? It means the function when given to you y equal to f of x. Okay, suppose this is any function and x is independent and y is dependent. It means x is our independent and y is depending on the x term. Because if you differentiate this term, the y is completely dependent on x term. So that's why it is called x is independent variable and y is dependent variable. Now, if you differentiate, okay, d upon dx, it is the differentiation term, and this is only meaning that the rate of change of any of the function, rate of change. This is only called as we denoted by the delta. Okay, it is mostly denoted by delta, del x upon del y upon del x, like this. This is the rate of change of any of the function, and this is the formula how to find out the limit h tends to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x upon h. This is the differentiation function where we are using the derivative. Next is this dy upon dx. In the place of y we can write f of x also, and this complete term we can write as a f dash x. If you differentiate any of the function, you can write f dash x, or you can write y dash also. Okay, if you differentiate double time, then you can write y double dash. Triple time, it will y triple dash. But in your course only one time differentiation course is there, so you have to differentiate only one time in the any of the function. Okay, now the process of this finding any derivative is known as our differentiation. If you are finding any of the derivative of any of the function, that process is called our differentiation. And the process of finding of derivative of function by using the above definition, what it is written there, it is called the differentiation from the first principle. Okay, this is called the differentiation from the first principle of differential calculus. So this is the what we can write here, the first principle okay, of differential calculus. Okay, and also we can say this is our, also we can say that is our delta method. Okay, this is the delta method also we can say. So if any question will come in the competitive exam also, you can easily give the answer. So this is our derivative, or we can say the first principle of the derivative. Or you know very well the function we can denote by any of the letter, that is our dy upon dx. Either you can write this dy upon dx, df of x upon dx, df dash upon, okay, after differentiation we can write f dash upon x and f dash x and y dash. Okay, after differentiation, in the place of this one you can write this one also and this one also. Okay, so this is the first principle of the derivative. We can solve any question, you will understand. See, so let's see here the left hand derivative and the right hand derivative. So children, already I told you in the limit chapter about the left hand and the right hand limit. Okay, same here in the differentiation also you will see the left hand derivative or right hand derivative, only there is a change in the sign on. Okay, the rest all terms are equal, the only sign terms are changes. You can see here for the first principle, if they are asking left hand and right hand, you can easily find out. So here left hand limit h tends to 0, f a minus h minus f of a upon minus h, where h it should be greater than 0. Yes sir, for the right hand limit only the a plus h sign will be there, and here minus h, in here positive h will be there, and again here h tends to h greater than should be equal to h should be greater than 0. Okay, second thing, if again it is asking whether the given function is differentiable or existing. So again same thing you have to do, you have to find out both the values, okay, and if it is possible, if right hand limit or the left hand limit both will be equal, then only you can say the given function is differentiable, okay, differentiable, like this. Or we can say the other word, we can say the exist, these two words. If the given right hand limit and the left hand limit is equal, then you can say the given function is our differentiable or exist. This is the proper condition for the differentiability or existing. So this way you can find out the first principle for left hand and the right hand also, okay. Now see the question, okay. If they are not asking about the left hand and right hand limit, so the positive one we have to use over there. So you can see here the first what value is given to you. We know the formula, we know the what formula, that x f of x limit h tends to h and the function a plus h minus f of a upon h, okay. This formula we can use, or in place of a we used to give here x, so x value we can use over there, okay. X function is given, that's why. Now what function is given? 3x, okay. Function is our 3x. So what we can write here, at what value? At x equal to 2. So we have to find out our f of 2, that limit is given there. Limit is our, first of all we'll find out for the our value, that is our h tends to 0. So directly we can put our h tends to 0 here, and the function x plus h, okay. X value it is given 2, so 2 plus h, and here also f of 2, okay. Now we can solve upon h, we can write. Now f of f dash 2, you don't need to write again. Now limit here it is given, this is our x function, so in place of this x we have to put the this and this value. So how we'll put see, limit here it is given there, so 3 into 2 plus h minus f of this 2 it is given 3 into, and this value is 2 upon h, like this, understood. So here in place of x we have to put this value, this is our first value, this is our second value. Now we can solve here. Limit h tends to 0, this will be 6 plus 3h, and this will be 6 upon h, and if we solve this one, this and this cancel, and 3h upon h, and if we directly put the 0 here over there, so it, we can't find out this one, so directly we first will make it in the simplest form, then you can h tends to 0, but h value is not there, so directly we can write 3 will be our answer. So in this way you can put the x value and you can solve easily, okay. Now see the next question, okay. One trigonometrical question is also given in the book. So sine square x, this function is given to you, so we can say let our y function is given sine square x. Now you have to put this function in the given formula. We have to find dy upon dx, and the same here, limit h tends to 0, okay. And what is given there? X sine square, the function is given sine square x plus h we can take, and minus sine square x only we can take, okay. Now here h, understood. Now this you can see, this is in the formula that will be coming as a square and minus b square, like that formula will come. But so see here again the function, whatever function is given there for the first principle, first is x plus h and second is x, so directly we'll put the value. Now second thing, what we can see this is in the formula it is given in the trigonometrical function, then sine square a minus sine square b. So what it will be answer, that the sine a plus b, okay, and sine a minus b. This is the formula. So this formula we can use here. In place of a and b, what is given? X plus h and x is given. That we can use easily. So here sine a plus b, it means x plus h plus x, and into it is given there, and sine x plus h minus x, okay, and upon h is given. So you can see these terms we can cancel here. X sine 2x plus h, and this is sine, only h is given, so h is there. Okay, now see. Okay, now what is going on? Limit is going on. Limit h tends to 0, make it separate. This is not in the plus addition form, so only one term we can make it separate, sine 2x plus h, and the sine h upon h. Okay, as I told you, in this complete value will be equal to 1. It is in the already I given in the last chapter, value is 1. So limit h tends to 0, sine 2x plus h into 1. Now what we can do? We can put the value directly. We can put the value of h over there. So here what will come? Only sine 2x will come. Okay, so this is our answer. You have to put the limit value, then only you will get the answer, children. Okay, so in the next video I will start the new chapter. Some questions I will give you in the WhatsApp group. You people just solve. Okay.